Welcome back to another new video. So in this video we're gonna solve another problem. Here you can see I opened the problem. The problem topic is about add two promises. So I will solve this problem using the simplest way. Here you can see I just opened the description box here, and I've already read this description as well. So let's jump to our VS Code to solve this problem. And I want to simplify this at first. We have two promises. The two promises already, here you can see one is resolved, and okay, both of the promises are resolved already. So we're gonna take the value of resolved number and we'll simply add that numbers. So let's copy this pattern and we're gonna paste inside our VS Code. Here we go. We're gonna remove this one, and I think we can uncomment this. If I run this function at once, you can see I think we don't have to console log because it is actually already consoled. So just return let's say promise 1, and if I run this, you can see the promise 1 always return 2, and promise 2 also always return 2. So the addition will be must 4. Okay, now everything is okay. We returned the promised value of our first promise is called 2. Let's change the value to understand properly. Here we resolve promise 2. Okay, promise 1, sorry, promise 1 resolves always 2, and promise 2 will return always 3. So let's check it first. If I run this, you can see this is 3. Let's implement our algorithm. It is too easy to understand. So let's say I'm gonna put this variable inside const 1. If I return this 1, you're gonna see the value just 2. If I run promise 2 also, promise 2, then we're gonna see the result is packed by an object. So we don't want that. So we have a built-in function or built-in method that is called promise.all. So let's say I'm gonna now, okay, if I code here promise.all, and if I put this promise 1 and promise 2, and let's say it's not merge, it's 1 and 2, I destructured this in an array. Let's say return and promise, return new promise. Now this promise always resolve the sum of these two promises I inputted earlier, and now actually I'm talking about 1 plus 2. This destructured two variables should be resolved by this new promise. So let's say I'm gonna resolve this. So resolve, just a simple function, resolve 1 plus 2. Okay, it says some errors here I can see. So let's check what happened here. Okay, this is a type error. So let's say these two promises will be awaited because I made a mistake here. You can see I don't follow these rules. That's why I made this mistake. Actually, this is an asynchronous function. I didn't follow this. So if a function is asynchronous, that means inside, if we resolve any promise, there will be an awaited variable. So I await this promise.all. Now I think this will, you can see here, we just resolved the sum of these two numbers. Anyways, this is the simplest solution. I do that, and let's copy this, and if I paste here, I think it should work. So let's check. At first I'm gonna run this code, and yeah, it definitely works. That's all about it, and everything is okay. Now let's talk about time complexity, what we used. So let's say what will be the time complexity. Actually, here you can see for this promise, the structuring, I want to say the time complexity will be definitely bigger of 1, because here we saw resolved 2 promises already, then we send the 2 promises inside this function. So I'm gonna say this 2 promises is already resolved, so we don't need any time to calculate this item. So this will definitely take bigger of 1, and actually we know every promise runs by using the time of bigger of 1. So I'm gonna say this will not take n times, because promise is that kind of function which is called later when user clicks or when user wants. So that's all about it. So we got both bigger of 1, so the final time complexity will be bigger of 1. So this is the answer, final answer. So we solved this problem using the simplest way as possible. Anyways, you can try from yourself. This problem has many solutions. I just used one of them. You can try everything else you find on internet, or you find on any blog post. Some people solve this problem using another method. So that's all about it. I think this video will definitely help you to understand the algorithm what we used in this video, and about also the time complexity. So if you find this video helpful, please click the subscribe button and stay with me. I'm gonna solve every problem we found on LeetCode using JavaScript. So thanks for today. See you in the next video.